Good morning. It's a beautiful day in Alaska. So where are we with those mountains behind us? We are at Walmart with a view. Good morning. We're heading to Kenai Fjords today. So we are in Seward, Alaska today. Luckily someone canceled, so we got some spots to go see the glaciers, some wildlife. Uh, so this is a marina. Here's the tour boat company, and it's about 11 o'clock, and we're going to start boarding at 11:30 we leave. And here we leave Seward, Alaska for Kenai Falls. So this is the incredible view behind us in Sapphire. On the boat tour, we got to see two different glaciers. One was Iolic and the other one was Hallgate. I really don't remember which was which, but if any of you guys know, let me know in the comments. This is one of the coolest things we got to see, wild transient orcas. They're actually quite rare during this time of the season, so we were really lucky. These are a few different clips of the same orcas. If you look closely, you'll notice that the dorsal fin, that's the tall one that comes up out of the water, they're straight. That's because these are wild orcas, they're living naturally. When you go somewhere like SeaWorld or an aquarium, you might notice that the dorsal fin is kind of drooping sideways. That's because of stress and a lot of other factors caused by living in captivity. The next day we went to Kenai Fjords National Park. It's a short drive from Seward, so I highly recommend it, and it's free. There's a story behind the shirt, and I'll get to that in a minute. So everything you see behind me here used to be a glacier over 100 years ago. Well, I'll take you guys on my little hike. There are a few different trails, so there's really something for everyone depending on your skill level. We just did the easy, quick, scenic overlook just because we didn't have much time. A wild Christmas tree. This is where they grow in the wild. All of this that used to be glacier here is just now open plain. There's a glacier over there, and all of this water is coming from the melting glacier. Way up on that field up there is the Harding ice field. I bet this water is really cold, and I'm gonna touch it. Yep, that's cold. Well, we just did the short walk, and then now we're gonna go over to what is it? Portage Glacier, and then we're gonna head out to Girdwood. Like everywhere in Alaska, the drive to Portage Glacier was gorgeous. We decided just to take pictures before the toll and then turn around and head to Virgin Creek Falls in Girdwood. There are so many beautiful free places in Alaska that we decided we'd just have to save Portage for another trip. And this is why we stayed in the parking lot. We're off to see Virgin Creek Falls. The falls look a little dangerous. It's kind of muddy out, but just have to be really careful going down. After Girdwood, we headed to Anchorage for a night. One of the cool things about the car that we didn't realize you could do until today is right now we are in Delaney Park in Anchorage, and we're gonna go into the little rose garden here. Centennial Rose Garden, but it's getting cold now. It's end of September, so there's not really much here. A lot of rose hips. These are actually Alaskan roses. These grow wild. And the rose hips you can use to make jam, teas. They're supposedly really healthy for you. I'm sure it looks beautiful in the springtime. You also get a really good view of the mountains. So it's definitely a park I'd recommend visiting if you're here in Anchorage and have some time and looking for something free to do, you know. If you're looking for something free to do in Anchorage, in the Federal Building, there's a great little exhibit. You can go and see. The address is right there. We spent about an hour in there. Back to the shirt. Sorry, I know it's been a little longer than a minute. That shirt I noticed I had on a few travels, so I started taking it with me on all my trips. It was a little too cold to really wear the shirt in Alaska, but I still took it with me and got a few pictures with it. I do have an Instagram documenting my journey now. I'll put that in the description below. If you liked the video, please go ahead and subscribe and come along on my future adventures. Thank you for setting a good example, Ted Stevens.